Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak to my brothers and sisters. Peace and blessings to Numani Nation. Listen, y'all. This is going to be a short video. But 15 days. 15 days. We made it halfway through Ramadan. Shout out to all my Muslims and non-Muslims. I'm fasting and observing Ramadan 15 days. Like, if you made it this far, one, you should be proud of yourself. Two, you can make it to the end. Alright, so don't give up now. We're going strong. And last night, I woke up, y'all. Let me tell you a quick story real quick. Okay? A quick story real quick. Excuse me. Oh.
Brother,
so or last night.
What's
morning,
that?
I woke up at 2:22 in the morning. Okay, 2 exactly. Woke up, opened my eyes, looked at my phone. It was 2:22. I don't know why. And the last thing I did before I went to sleep was I meditated. And towards the end of my meditation, it was a 20-minute meditation. Towards the end of my meditation, I started to fall asleep. And I wanted to do a few other things, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get up early. And I'm gonna go to sleep early. I'm gonna get up early and start my routine early. Well, when I said early, I didn't mean 2:22 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
It's all good. It's all good. So that's what happened. But yeah, so I woke up early, did some things, and planned some travel because I will be taking some trips soon, like after Ramadan. So yeah. But I've just been up since then, and my dad was up. My dad is always up at those hours of the night. And that's where I get it from. I think we might be insomniacs, and I'm pretty sure that's genetic. But, yeah, will we go get tested for it? Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, so text my dad, or my dad texted me, texted him back, and he was just telling me about how proud he was of me for sticking to my fast and staying disciplined and all the things that I should be doing and not doing the things that I shouldn't be doing. And that made me feel really good. That really gave me the extra boost and energy that I need to keep pushing forward on my fast. So I'm very grateful. Shout out to my dad. I don't know if he'll ever be watching these videos, but if he's watching this one, shout out to my dad.
Shout out to all the pair.
But yeah, y'all, so this is a short video. I just wanted to say, congratulations to everybody who made it halfway through Ramadan. We're almost there. I'm so proud of everybody. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my family, my friends, everybody. And I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit, very briefly, give y'all more information for those who don't know, and those who just want to listen, I guess, about why I started Numani Nation in the first place. Like I told y'all in a previous video, I started in the intro video, the official intro video that I posted. I started Numani Nation in 2021, so it's been about 5 years now. This year will make 5 years. It would make 5 years in November of this year, I'm pretty sure. And the reason why I started Numani Nation was honestly just because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something else than be super smart and study hard. Literally, this is my number one reason when I always reflect back on this. This is not even actually something that I have to reflect back on. If somebody tells me oh, why did you start Numani Nation? I'll give them a more well thought out, developed answer over time of my purpose and things like that came about. But the real reason why I definitely started Numani Nation at the time, the moment that made me feel like I need to start doing this for myself, I need to start doing this period, is because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something other than study all the time. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something else, create and be creative and be innovative rather than be super smart and study. Because if you know me back in 2019, 2020, or if you just know me period up until this point, my whole life has been consumed of and consists of school. I love school, y'all. Okay? I love studying. I don't love studying. I lied.
Got him! Got him!
I don't love studying. I don't mind doing what I have to do to get to where I need to be. And that's just that. That's all.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
But I genuinely love school. Like, I love the school system. I love being in school. I love taking classes. I love learning. I love educating. I love teaching. I love all of that, you know? So that's the reason why I started. At the time, I just felt kind of like, I guess, depressed that, you know, my whole life was just consumed of school, the gym when I could hit the gym, and like attending events. But a lot of the events I was attending were like personal and professional development events and things like that. Like, you know, because I had an understanding really already at that age, 18, 19, that I needed to develop myself. But also, I realized too, the other big thing was that I realized that the money that I desire in my lifetime, that I believe that Allah has for me, that I'm going to be blessed with in this lifetime, in this universe, is not just going to come from a 9 to 5. It's not just going to come from a career. So, and at this point, if you know that you want to be rich or whatever, wealthy, make a lot of money, then you know a 9 to 5, a career, is not going to be just what's going to get you there.
Right.
So, and I realized that by talking to a lot of mentors at the time. I had a lot of mentors at the time, because also at this time I was struggling to pay for school, and I was paying for school pretty much by myself. Like, my family would help me with things when they could, but as far as making sure that tuition payments were you know, was being placed and being made, I was shouldering that by myself, and that was really difficult. And I just knew that just working like for my time wasn't gonna get me where I need to be. So that's the reason why I started. I wanted to prove to myself that I was more than just my brain, you know, and I wanted to prove to myself that I could make extra sources of income, because in order to do that, you have to be creative. You have to be creative. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to promote. You have to know how to advertise. You have to know how to be organized, disciplined. You have to know how to save. You have to know how to invest. So with entrepreneurship comes a lot of skills. Like, even if you don't stick to entrepreneurship 100%, like, you're going to, in the time that you do, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, about the economy, about capitalism, and about just like important life lessons and things that you need to learn in order to be an adult and be responsible. So that was my whole purpose. Now, Numani Nation is for the people, okay? When I started to really develop, okay, what does Numani Nation mean, though, on a broader level? Like, because that's why I initially started, but that's not the reason why I'm still doing it, you know? It's part of the reason, but it's not the overarching reason of why I'm still doing it, why I'm still committed to Numani Nation. So I broke Numani Nation down into an acronym, and it stands for Noble Unleashed Minds Are Now Inspiring. So basically what that means is free people, free thinkers like myself, and all the people who sit and watch these videos, who have acclaimed their loyalty to Numani Nation and say that they're part of the Wolf Gang. We are free thinkers with unleashed minds. Unleashed just means that you have a free mind to think for yourself, and you have chose a life of enlightenment to give back to the community through inspiring other people through what you know, through how you live your life, and it's essentially it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So, because you know how you talk to yourself, how you talk to other people, how you operate in this world, it formulates your experience. It formulates the environment around you and how it responds to you and how receptive you are to it. And so that is that's Numani Nation right there. So
Shout out to all the pair.
So, of course, if you want to learn more about Numani Nation, why I started, and things like that, you can always tap into the podcast on Spotify. The question I get a lot is it just on Spotify? Yes, it's just on Spotify for right now. It is actually my oldest episodes are on things like Apple Podcasts and some other platforms, but I really couldn't tell you at this point. I'm not gonna lie. But I love Spotify, so I stuck to Spotify and then Spotify has a creators program or whatever, so that kept me loyal to Spotify because they make it really easy to post your episodes on there. And also, this is not an advertisement for Spotify, by the way, but also Spotify has these new things where you can post like videos with your podcast and video clips on there and things like that. Like, Spotify is pretty advanced. I always get into these little debates about which one is better, Spotify or Apple Music. If you say Apple Music, I'm sorry, but you're crazy, because does Apple Music have music videos? I mean, they got, I'm just saying, podcasts and audiobooks and stuff like that. I don't know. Because as far as I'm concerned, Apple makes y'all pay separate subscriptions for all that stuff. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you want to know more about like the earlier parts of this journey and how it came about, you always check out Spotify and tap into the podcast. And if somebody does end up looking, if this is on Apple Podcasts, comment. Let me know if the earlier episodes. It's just the Numani Nation podcast. If you type in Numani Nation, you're gonna find it. And it'll be like a purple wolf logo. You can't miss it. Okay. So yeah, I am at work, and I am at work on time today. The second day in a row. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, that's that. Y'all have a great day. Ramadan Mubarak again. To all my Muslims, stay strong out there, and I love y'all. Peace.